All right, what is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 here, reporting in for another list build. This time coming at you with, the thematic Obi-Wan, Anakin, Skywalker themed lists, the best we can. We'll see what we can do. I feel like the Republic's been doing well with 8, even up to 9 lists or 9 activations. It's kind of hard to get. It's going to be really hard to get a lot of activations with, Anakin and Obi-Wan. So we're going to need to do our best to kind of either keep them alive or, at least have them protect a lot. And Obi-Wan does really great at defense. Anakin's really great at offense. So you might be able to split your army. So we might see what we can do with these lists. It kind of depends. It's pretty difficult depending on how you really want to sculpt these people out. Because I know with Anakin, there's so much dealing with his command cards. And if we want to look at those first, so we kind of get a good understanding of where we'll be, he can gain outmaneuver and relentless, but he's going to need to attack first. Oh, wait, no, he's going to need to be the first to activate that round. So, I mean, that's not the hardest. His 2-pip, which gives him and someone else a command. Basically, he gains Surge to Crit and Master of the Force 1, which is awesome. And then he gains Defend 1. And then at the end of his activation, if he did not perform an attack, he gains 1 suppression. So you want him to kind of attack when you do this card. So you might not get priority. It just kind of depends. I feel like you're going to want to take Anakin's command cards because of how offensive and great it is. But then Obi-Wan also gives out so many tokens. I mean, gaining Guardian and other stuff to protect kind of everyone around him. So I feel like we'll have to see what we can do with all of them. But yeah, so and then his Anakin's 3-pip, which gives him and 2 other units. In order, he gains Exemplar and Reliable 2. So at the end of his activation, if he's not in range 1 to 2 of a friendly unit, he gains suppression. So you're going to want to keep him close, especially with that Exemplar being able to hand out green tokens. Yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll click that one. Obi-Wan's 3-pip is when he issues an order to a unit, that unit gains 1 surge token for each friendly unit at range 1 of it. So they're going to be getting tons of surge tokens, or just tons of tokens, and it's Kenobi and 2 other units. And then maybe say you want to give any of these to Anakin or Anakin's to Obi-Wan's. It's going to be pretty cool. But let's see. We'll go with his 3-pip because it still gives out 3 activations and including him. So you're keeping at least Obi-Wan and Anakin with command, with the order tokens, basically. And then with Obi-Wan's 2-pip, it just gives out 2 troopers. So it doesn't really matter who you give it out to, which is just as great as push. Okay. So basically, Obi-Wan will gain a dodge token for each other friendly trooper unit at range 1. And then Obi-Wan can use Guardian during a melee attack even. And so you don't have to give this order to Obi-Wan for him to gain that dodge token. So that's what even makes this card way better. It just basically gives him a dodge token for each other friendly trooper unit at range 1. So that's definitely a must. And then you always want, relentless. So we want that. And then Obi-Wan gains nimble. So he'll be able to keep that dodge token all around. And then at the start of the activation, he gains an aim, a dodge, 1 standby, or a surge for each enemy unit at range 1 and 2. So you kind of want to use this when he has to be in there. So it's kind of up to you whether you want to take that or not. But since we really don't have anything else, ambush would probably be the only other option if you don't want to give it to Kenobi, which, I mean, I totally understand, especially if you're trying to keep him in the back and not have to get involved. So honestly, you could probably go with ambush. That way, just in case something does happen to Obi-Wan from something, you still have this, or maybe, I don't know, having that 1 extra in there could be good. So at least for now, what we can do is just take that. You don't have to, it's kind of up to you. So with Anakin, If he's going to be super offensive, there's a few things that we can do. Force push is, I feel like, always a must. And let's see. He does not have a ranged, so saber throw would also be really, really good on him. Um, yeah, I mean, if you wanted force reflexes or force choke, that would be fine. But since he's going to be super offensive, we want to kind of have him um, to be able to do more kind of with his attacks. Um, tenacity, I feel like, is a must. And then, so if he's already going to be getting outmaneuvered, you don't need situational awareness. You could do seize the initiative, but I think all of his command cards basically always give him um, something. So maybe you could give that seize the initiative to Obi-Wan Kenobi instead. And then if you wanted offensive defensive stance, you could do that. Offensive push is one where you can just give him an aim, and that's probably what I'll do. Since he's also going to be able to share stuff just in case he might not use it. So Obi-Wan, let's see. Force barrier, because we're going to want to protect some stuff for sure. And either force reflexes or maybe the barricade, because like I said, he's not trying to be your main attacker, so he could stay in the back, either giving out free dodges or having some sort of heavy barricade for people. You're going to probably be using force barrier a lot, so you're probably going to want something maybe. um Man, that's a hard choice. I mean, force push honestly was always really a good one. Maybe you do wind up getting in close with him, or people get close to you, so maybe you want to use force push. Vigilance for sure. And then um, tenacity would be okay. Offensive defensive stance, so he can really share some tokens, would actually be awesome as well. And then with this, everything is kind of expensive here. So there's a few different things we can do. We could either go with, phase ones, and then let's see what about 4 or 5 we'll do. And then if we went with some ARC troopers and then gave them some heavies, we'll do double that. That's already 754, 9 activations. You're not going to be able to get another activation in. So now it's just kind of up to you to upgrade. And since phase ones, everything is pretty usually cheaper than the phase twos. I mean, Z6, I feel like everyone always does. It's cheap. It's only 23 points. And it's a lot of dice. So, and if you're fire supporting, I feel like that's kind of where you're going to want to go. So that's 2 phase ones with Z6s, 2 arc strike teams, and then your Obi-Wan, Anakin being able to give out as many tokens as possible, basically. And well, Obi-Wan trying to give as many tokens as possible to the phase one. The phase ones kind of maybe fire supporting in with another phase one, or maybe a strike team. Just kind of depends on how close they are to get that surge. But I mean, that's about as high as you're going to probably get. This is a really, really simple, easy, just clones going at it with Obi-Wan and Anakin, which I mean, you often see a lot anyway. So it's as thematic as you can kind of get with some ARC troopers with, Anakin, and a lot of phase ones with Obi-Wan. You'll have Anakin kind of going on his own, possibly as much as possible. And then Obi-Wan, well, not Anakin's going to have phase ones with him or something like that. And then Obi-Wan can kind of stay in the back behind him. I'm still unfamiliar with GAR a lot, but at least there's a few different options here. You might be able to get, you can change, some stuff, but I feel like with two heavy hitters like that, and then everything else being so expensive, the best thing you're really going to get as many activations as possible is maybe 9. Maybe you take out some ARC troopers and you give, some phase 2, you give a phase 2, or I don't know, that's pretty hard. But yeah, I mean, that's a simple little like Anakin Obi-Wan list. If y'all play a lot of them, let me know if it works, or if you've tried an Anakin Obi-Wan list, and let me know kind of what you used with it and how many activations worked with it down in the comments below. And then just, yeah, let me know. That'd be awesome. And then so subscribe, like this channel, and do everything you can to like leave a comment and talk and whatever you want to do. But I will see you guys in a skirmish video next. But yeah, all right, guys. I will catch y'all later.